because GTA 6 just got announced, the price and everything. But apparently, there's a little bit more information behind the scenes about GTA 6. So let's go take a look and see specifically about it in general. So let's go take a look, shall we?
More than a year ago, the rumors took hold that Grand Theft Auto would cost $100 and that this would be the next great hike in game prices. And more recently, we heard investors say that Rockstar actually needs to raise prices,
Yeah, we
not
gotta
just
catch
for
up soon, to
themselves,
be honest.
but for
But
the
you've been
good of
busy
the
though, so I
industry.
can't
Well,
really
the good
blame
news for
you.
us as customers is that both of those groups are wrong. The price ceiling in video games is not going up, and GTA 6's base edition will cost only $80. Yeah, you may have expected $70, but remember, $80 is actually the industry's price ceiling now for a AAA game.
Congratulations on your marriage as well. Congratulations. So, I'm happy, but I didn't get the chance to visit though. Fucking A when it happened, but that's fine. That's okay.
And that's thanks to Mario Kart World, which set it as a new high last year.
That is true.
And that means
Mario Kart was the one that
everyone
did
else
it,
in the
yeah.
industry is now firmly locked under that ceiling. Because let's be real, for the likely size of GTA 6, there is just about no way a dev would be able to
My question is if the rest of the video games that are going to come out are going to cost 80 now. It's probably going to go up to a price hike again, for all video games in general. If it does go up to $80, fuck me, dude. I am just, at this point, I'd rather, I don't know. I'd just rather not spend that much. Dude, like some boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh cost less than the video game. That shit is wild to see that. When it used to be like boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh were more expensive than video games. Now it's the complete opposite now. I'm already having little bagmans running around next year. Damn, that's cool. I want to be a parent, to be honest. I've been going through my like fever so hard, to be honest. It's been hitting me like way ridiculously harder than it needs to be. I need to go vacation for a month, to be honest. Ugh. Kills me.
And a similar price point. Unless, of course, you're Nintendo and you can just apparently do whatever the hell you want and have it succeed. But $80 is still a lot, and let's be real,
I am not rich for me to go on vacation, so. Yeah, I gotta talk to you about some things in general anyway, so. that is a true fact. Ugh, so fucking. My workaholicness is getting to me sometimes.
Really want you to spend $80. They want you to get the Ultimate Edition. And the way that they've done the Ultimate Edition does
I wouldn't say killing. It's more like what's the word or so? Sorry for pausing so much. It's the glass is becoming full again and is kind of tipping over just a smidge, That's kind of like basically it. So I've been trying to not strangling you dodo brain. No, nothing like that. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that or so, but it's just the glass is just becoming full again, so it's just kind of like, I also like had to like let out frustration or so because I met somebody or so in VRC and she listened to me like fucking blabber on and everything like that, so it's just kind of like it gets there, and then once I spew it out or so, then the glass becomes like back to normal again, and then it's just a repeated pattern over and over again. That's about it. So that's kind of like the gist of it.
feel quite bad indeed. So, some people are excited, some people are angry. It is indeed an edition of the gaming news. Here's a quote of someone we clowned on recently. The industry, which is perceived as struggling, would have difficulty selling games for $80 if GTA 6 came out at $70. We think it's in Take-Two's self-interest as a publisher and partner to many developers to raise the price point for the entire industry.
What?
So that's what the ask was from investment analysts at Bank of America. They really
Bank of America, they wanted to raise the prices on video games? What? Are you serious? That's wild to hear.
wanted to pull a particular financial lever doing a price hike for GTA so that everyone else could start charging more for premium games. Well, GTA won't cost $70, but the price Take-Two settled on and the way they're selling GTA, well, those might make things far more complicated for the rest of the industry, certainly more complicated than those analysts
That's
hoped.
crazy to
Though
hear what I'm
first,
hearing.
absolute banger deals from today's sponsor, Ugreen. I love their stuff. And if your desk,
Wow,
bag, or
that's
travel setup is just turned
crazy.
into a
Wow, please,
graveyard of
please
chargers,
tell me
cables, and
more about
half-dead
this,
things,
you know?
well, Ugreen's Prime
That's
Day
great. Anyways.
or working away from your desk. And it even supports rapid powering of up to 3 devices simultaneously. So, if you want to clean up your charging and cable setup before it just gets so messy that it develops its own government, well, check out Ugreen's Prime Day deals through the UK and US links down in the description. And thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring the video. $80 gets you the base edition of GTA 6, a full single-player game, and that's it. No GTA Online is mentioned, but there is a version that costs $100. An extra $20 for the Ultimate Edition gets you exclusive
What
cosmetics,
is GTA Plus? Is that like some kind of subscription base or so to play online or something? Sage, do you know anything about this? I know you played. I know you played the most GTA thing. I don't really know much about GTA in general. I don't know if I'd be. I don't know if I'd be picking this up, to be frankly honest. Well, if it come, well, I know eventually it'll come out on PC, at least like within a year from now. It depends if like what other games are coming out, but that's kind of like basically. I know a lot of people are going to be buying the PC version of this game. The question is if it's going to be like if it's going to be cross progression, like all the shit that you did on console will pass over to the PC version of this game, and that's kind of like basically it.
weapons, vehicles, and missions. Though, of course, the way that they've done this doesn't make you think, oh, it's just a few extra options in a customization menu. No, the actual shops where you get those things are unique, premium shops. So it is quite deeply integrated into the actual in-game content, which does make it feel
You
like
can't
it's more
access these
value if you buy the
shops?
Ultimate Edition, but also makes it feel even worse for the base edition. Still, the real sore point is of course the missions, because those are real bits of gameplay locked behind the $100 tier. Now that is exactly the same business model that they used for Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018 and GTA 5 in 2014. Missions and
Oh, so
cosmetics
this
that are
isn't new
exclusive to
then.
people who take the upgrade. The only difference is that this time you're paying $100 for no online benefits at all, which then begs a question: why no GTA Online? I mean, we know it's Rockstar's biggest money
Well, but that didn't like wasn't GTA Online didn't come out until way later or something like that. That's how it was, wasn't it? I don't know. Like I said, I don't keep track of like mostly all the GTA thing or the GTA stuff in general. So
spinner, so they're probably nervous about moving players over and maybe losing a decade of entrenched spending, especially when data miners just found evidence that GTA Online is actually getting new modded roleplay tools. But that's not the only
huh?
thing that's missing. What's missing is a chance to play the game early. There is no advanced
I wonder what
access
Sage thinks
option.
about
Of
this.
course, I'd say that that's a good thing. I hate that that is a thing in our industry now, but it's still something almost everyone expected, because with it, GTA 6's margins would be subsidized effectively by free money. I mean, it would definitely sell. We've seen so many examples of advanced access working, at least financially, which means that Rockstar is probably leaving money in the table, which is a fairly odd thing for the Grand Theft Auto people to be doing. And this all means that the initial business model of this game is not as bad as people feared. It only costs $80, still a lot. But for the rest of the industry, what that $80 is going to be is a hard limit. And I have to assume that privately, a lot of people in the industry wish Rockstar didn't do this. What we can infer from this then
Uh-oh.
is that Take-Two reckons $80 is the sweet spot between what people will pay and what the game is actually worth. The ultimate
I'd be very well. I'd be very curious what other people. Well, okay. So like, how do I feel about the $80 price tag? I was expecting it to be far worse than it needed to be for GTA, right? Because let's be honest here, depending on the amount of detail there is in this game, right? There's gonna be a shit ton of like attention to detail, right? Like just the same thing as like Crimson Desert, the way how they had their attention to detail is probably gonna be even for like pushed even further in this game. I'm like, I guess I can see it, but I'm not a huge fan of it personally, for it costing that much. Um, but like, the problem is with the other companies in general, like dude, I can definitely see the new Call of Duty costing $80 or something like that, and like whatever other like the new Assassin's Creed game costing 80 and whatever fucking other specific game in general, you know. But I just feel like there's a difference or so between those companies and this company. What I hope this doesn't do is get other companies will think no, they are gonna think the same thing. They are actually going to do this. Remember, Nintendo was the first one that did the $80 price tag, and now GTA here. But I'm like, compared to like Nintendo's game, to GTA's game, I feel like GTA's game feels a little bit more. I guess it kind of fits a little bit more, to be honest. The concerning thing is that GTA could have raised the price for all games to 80. That is the biggest. That is the biggest thing I'm worried about. And a lot of the games aren't even worth $80, especially you, Call of Duty. Okay, I'm pointing at you, fuckers. You guys are not worth 80, okay? When you guys literally copy and paste everything in the past couple years, okay? All right? You guys have no artistic differences within each other, okay? All right? That's all I have to say about that, at least, you know. Fucking, I swear to God, dude. I think we are gonna go through another price hike or so in video games. 1000%, dude.
Edition is there to tempt people into spending more, but it also means they've decided what everyone in gaming can ask as a baseline price for their video game. Now, sure, some chancer might launch a near all AI generated PC game priced at $1,000
Yeah,
on
they just
Steam
said
as a
that.
prestige status symbol. Well, that's
Oh yes, I saw this. I fucking saw this on fucking Steam. And we're like, so it's stupid. Buy congratulations on your so when you buy this stupid thing or so, you just walk down a red carpet thing and literally it just fucking puts your like your name or whatever. I don't fucking know, to be frankly honest. And that's all it is. It's like worth like 1,000 or something like that. I have no fucking idea how much this thing, but apparently it's like the most expensive game on Steam. Apparently, this is ridiculous. This is the most dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I would not buy this personally.
obviously just a shitpost. For the rest of the industry, it basically all comes down to one question. Is your game equal to or better than GTA 6? And if the answer cannot be a resounding yes, then that game will run into trouble.
There's no way any of these other games are going to be better than GTA 6. I really don't think so. None of these other specific companies are on the same level of quality as GTA 6 for them to justify their $80 price tag, to be honest. Well, I know for a fact that the fucking ball and gun gamers are gonna fucking pay $80 anyways, and no one gives a crap about them, to be honest. They have the IQ of a room temperature fucking boiled soup, you know? So that's all I have to say about that. But like other games in general, I don't know, dude. Like I don't know, dude. I personally don't think they can compare to GTA. Like literally, no one can compare the same level of quality of GTA. Like overall, to be honest. Imagine if GTA 6 is a flop, dude. If GTA 6 flops, dude, that'd be the craziest thing for that to happen. To be honest, I'm not going to lie.
Audiences at that price. It doesn't matter if the comparisons in quality are fair.
My question is, I know there's already I think they already showed the pre-order number specifically for this game in general. Okay, number one, there's a ton of people that have already pre-ordered this, and I shit you not, on eBay. Okay, let me find this for you guys. I shit you not, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. The human species surprises me almost fucking every day. GTA 6 eBay. I shit you not, dude. You go to eBay and literally there are people who are straight up offering GTA, like GTA 6 for like there it is. There it is right there. 120 for GTA. People are scalping the PS5 edition, digital edition of GTA. Brother, I can't, dude. How the fuck do you like manage to do this, to be honest? This makes no fucking sense for you to be buying this game for 120. It just honestly just makes no sense whatsoever, dude. This is the craziest thing to see. That I wouldn't be like, there was like a lot of listings in general, like, but I don't know, the 130 right there, dude. Dude, I just can't. You guys surprise me like almost every single time in general.
I mean, just look at, say, Xbox. 2 months into pre-orders, they ditched the $80 price tag on the Outer Worlds too. Yeah, you may have forgotten that, but Xbox did actually try.
Yeah, I did remember this specifically, but their game is not deserved of $80 because they're not on the same quality level as the attention to detail as GTA. The digital edition, yes, the digital edition.
To pull off $80 for Outer
That has to
Worlds
be
too.
money
In many
laundering
ways, the funny
somehow.
thing here
I have no
is
fucking
that the Wall
idea, to
Street
be honest.
analysts were kind of right. Rockstar not raising prices means that nobody else really can. Any game that tries to will be compared to GTA, and that will be a
Yeah.
comparison they'll lose, even if it's
Yes.
just from the sheer amount of time and money
Codes
that
can
we
never
know has
run
been
out.
poured into GTA 6.
Apparently it can, apparently for some people.
The established analysts broadly agreed with this take. Reese Elliott at Alina Analytics was especially scathing. Here's the quote: GTA 6 has more pricing power than any game on Earth, and it still didn't go above $80. If the biggest release in the industry's history looked at the ceiling and chose not to break it, that should tell everyone else the ceiling is real, and they'll smack their head on it. The danger is that publishers read GTA is $80 as a green light and push their own run-of-the-mill or new IP games to $80, when the lesson is the opposite. Even GTA didn't think it could go higher. What that means is that $80 is now locked in for big, like, annual franchises, your Call of Duties, your EA Sports FCs, and Take-Two's own NBA.
I shit you not. If the Call of Duty people start buying, if they announce it that their new Call of Duty is $80 and people still buy that shit, brother, you guys are the most dumbest community I've ever seen in my entire life, to be honest. That's all I gotta say about that. You guys are actually stupid. You guys are dumb. There's no shot that you guys are going to pay $80 for Call of Duty, and I'm just kind of like, oh, dude, what are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing?
2K. Now, for you, that's probably good news on the immediate front. It means that $70 is going to be the industry standard for a good while longer.
Yeah.
For the very top of the industry, though, things did just get more shaky. That's because with price hikes now off the table for most publishers, they're going to have to find another way to pad out their margins and bring in even more revenue. Now, we've already seen a lot of these ideas start to leak out. Battle passes, paid early access, microtransactions.
Is that fucking the dude from... Is that the dude from the National Treasure thing? I forgot his name. I don't know his name, to be frankly honest. The folks at COD think they are bigger than the Marvel IP. Brother, if they think they're fucking bigger than Marvel, brother, they're gonna get a real wake-up call, to be honest. Like, literally, the only game that I can think of that has like big, like, because GTA doesn't come out like every single year or whatnot. It comes out every few, I don't know how long it took or so for the last GTA or so, but like it takes a while for these games in general.
Never quite stop
Nicolas
asking
Cage?
for more.
Yeah.
And in some cases, actually many cases, maybe most cases, I actually think that's worse than just paying more money up front for the game. And that's because I don't want to spend a big chunk of money in a game only to then have the game feel cheap because it's basically begging me for more money all of the time. But the point still stands. The price ceiling is the price ceiling. These companies do want to earn more, and that has people thinking that Rockstar and Take-Two may be trying to save money in some other ways. Killing physical games. I know, kind of crazy, but that's not what people are talking about. Grand Theft Auto 6 will be playable on the 19th of November for everyone. That's just over a month after Rockstar hears the verdict on their union-busting trial over fired staff. That is when people will finally get to play the stuff that those staff built. But the game is actually available to download earlier, from November 12th. Now, in one sense, it's just a prudent thing. Console servers maybe won't get killed in release day because the downloads can be spread out over the week. The potential downside is data miners will be very busy that week trying to crack into the downloaded data to see whatever it is they can get. And the only way they'll be able to data mine is actually from that downloaded data, and that's because they won't be getting that data via a disk. Now, there is a physical version of GTA 6, but the thing that's physical is basically whatever the game code is printed on, because there's not going to be a disk inside the box. Now, you can get it from the 12th, but you'll still have to go and download the full game. I guess it just means you can get a box designed to hold a disk that doesn't have a disk in it that you can place on your shelf. Obviously, preservation groups like Does It Play aren't really impressed by that. Some retailers have already said that they won't carry the game as a result of this, just out of principle. Of course, for those retailers, well, they'd very much like to be selling the game and earning money from it. And of course, because they always do, petitions have appeared trying to reverse the decision. Don't think the petitions will be successful.
No.
But there are actually a few reasons for this bizarre-looking choice. First up, going back to an old rumor, Polish game site PPE pointed to a known European leaker who reckoned GTA's physical edition would be held back past launch in order to stop leaks. Strauss Zelnick himself, CEO of Take-Two, actually denied that. Though in reality, I do think they're both right. This is absolutely going to hamper data mining stuff, but
Yeah.
also it stops opportunistic retailers from breaking the street date. And on top of all that, it means that
Yeah,
right up
because if I remember correctly, we had leaks or so early for GTA when it came when there was like an issue or something like that, or like somebody got some a shit ton of copies of them or something, and there was like leaks going all over the internet about GTA 5 in general. Yeah, this was like a while back. I know there was like some incident in general, so
to the 19th, Rockstar can keep patching the final build of the game. And that may be why the same leaker is now saying, as spotted by VGC, that actual discs will eventually be printed for sale by December. So if true, this won't necessarily kill the second-hand market for this game long-term, but it does make you wonder, why go through all that chaos and why risk the physical games audience? We have some numbers in this one. Take-Two sold 96.4% through digital channels in 2025.
wow.
Yeah, physical is tiny these days. Estimates have digital overall at 90% on Xbox and 80% on PlayStation. But because of that, you may be wondering, if physical is such a small thing, and let's be real, it's GTA, people will pretty much get it no matter what, then why would you even waste money making boxes, especially if the box is going to have a download code in it? Why not a pure digital release? As Nico Partners director Daniel Ahmad puts it, it's, quote, the difference between having a retail presence and having a physical disc sold at retail. Basically, the point is, someone who walks into a big box store and picks up GTA 6 because they recognize the brand is still a sale. Purely by virtue of being in stores, they get more exposure to more eyeballs. But it's not just that, and Amazon is actually a major factor in this. You see, Amazon cannot sell you a PS5 digital code because of Sony's platform policies. But now, while Amazon can sell out of GTA codes in boxes an hour after the pre-orders start, because they can sell a pre-order code inside a physical box. They just cannot sell the code directly. It's quite weird, right? But ultimately, the
Interesting.
reasons behind this all do come down to a fairly simple, overwhelming fact. Millions and millions of people want to buy GTA because it's GTA. There will be no other releases like GTA 6. This is a game that reaches way beyond the usual gaming crowd,
Oh yeah.
but it is still one that's going to shape a lot of how games are sold for those of us who aren't just fair weather gamers. The price ceiling is now fixed. GTA probably could have went higher, but Take-Two just wanted to avoid even more sticker shock, and that's because $80 is still going to sticker shock so many people who still see $70 as being the top end. Let's be real, even though technically Mario Kart did enter us into new territory being at 80, loads of people just got that bundled with a Switch 2 anyway, so they probably didn't feel that the game cost 80. And the upshot of all this and the rest of the industry is that other developers have now got themselves a hard limit on what they can charge, and on the physical games front, well, physical games won't be killed by this launch, but GTA is teaching other publishers how to still take advantage of stores down the line. Question is, what do they do with these lessons in pricing and physical games? How will it shake out? Can't see into the future, so I don't know, but we will see it play out over the next few years. Now, I know all this talk of price hikes can be scary. We've just seen price hikes, of course, with the Steam machine owing to all of the hardware space problems. But there is another thing going on with the Steam machine that is free, that you can literally do. So if you want to find out everything about that, check out this video next.
Yeah. Yeah, because for me, because like at least at the moment, right, for the Mario Kart thing in general, it's pretty much basically dead now, and it wasn't really worth it because I've seen the whole I've seen the entire game and stuff. Right, it was not worth $80 whatsoever. I mean, a lot of people who criticize the game as well said it's not worth the $80 price tag for it. Now, when it comes to this, now my curiosity is right. The other big AAA game that I think of, Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know about the Xbox increasing their pricing as well. For those who didn't know, yes, the Xbox also did increase their pricing again on their console. But I think the next big game that's going to cost $80 as well is going to be The Witcher. It's probably going to be the Witcher 4 game, 100%. I think that one is also going to go to 80, because I can definitely see it in my personal opinion, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when it happens in general. So I'm like, I'm like, what other specific game that I can think of that can cost like 80? I just don't know. Like these are the only two games that I can think of that can go up in that price, you know? Like CD Projekt Red's games and freaking well, as long as they don't drop the ball, to be honest, on because Cyberpunk was the one that they dropped the ball so hard. And then GTA from Rockstar. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how everything is in the gaming scene that's gonna happen moving forward. And well, at the end of the day, I want people to vote with their wallet at the end of the day. So I'm like, don't do it. Do you also think that Snoop Dogg's game will cost 80, or since it's this year, will it stay to 70? Unless that game is on the level of GTA, I do not want to see that $80 price tag on every single video game. Kingdom Hearts 4, because they deserve it. Your mom deserves it. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Now, my question is to my comment section below if they are going to pick up GTA 6. Are they interested in GTA 6? Are you going to buy it? What do you feel about the game? What are you guys thinking of the price? What are you guys thinking about the lock content behind it? And what do you guys think about Bank of America wanting them to raise the price even more? That's my curiosity, is what people think about that. People would pay 80 bucks for Destiny 3. Ugh, don't remind me, to be honest. Anyways, that's the end of the video, and peace. I know Asset Cross will. He'll pay $80 for that one.